What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be looking at my goals and how I did in quarter 2. This video is going to be looking at my goals and how we've done for the first half of the year. I know I did a quarter 1 check-in, so I have some idea of how I'm progressing, but May was my slump. So yeah, let's see how that's impacted on my goals. My first goal is my Goodreads goal, and I always set this at 52. And at the end of June, I had read 106. So I've hit this. I've hit my stretch goal of 100. So I'm going to leave my goal as 100 on Goodreads, but mentally I'm going to stretch to 150. And then if I manage to hit that, my last goal for the year would be to hit 180, which is the most amount of books that I've read in a year at any given time. Next up, I have my standalone list. I wanted to read 12 from this list, preferably 6 from my backlist and 6 from the books that I hauled in 2021, or even more preferably 8 of my backlist and 4 of my 2021. At the moment, I'm sitting at 3 each, so trucking along perfectly to reach this goal. Next up was series. So for series, I wanted to have 10 completed, 10 up to date, and work on my Before Goodreads series tracker, which I can leave link below. I've completed 2! So I completed the Malice duology and I finished the 50 Shades trilogy. Fuck my life. So I finished 2 out of 10. Potentially 2 are up to date. It will just depend on release dates towards the end of the year for the next book in the series. So I think we're going okay with that. Know that I probably would like to be a little bit further along this goal than I actually am, but series take time, and I know that there are definitely another 3 that I'm going to complete pretty soon, and so I'm not really too stressed about getting to it. I just fingers crossed that I can. So for my Before Goodreads list, there was 23 books on there. I have read 9 of them after binge reading 8 of the Blue Bloods and the 50 Shades. So happy that I am progressing along there. Would like to get a little bit further a little bit sooner, but that's okay. And then I have also decided to actually DNF one of the series, so that's an extra 3 books taken off, so it now comes down to 20. So 9 out of 20 for midway point of the year. Think we can do it. So next is my big book goal. For April, I didn't use the jar because I read The Stand, and that should count for 2 big books because it was over 1,000 pages, which made up for May because I failed. I did not read a single thing in May that was over 500 pages because of my slump. I'm not mad about it. I'm not going to penalize myself. Not that I'm going to penalize myself anyway for these goals. It doesn't matter if I don't hit them, but being honest, didn't read it, slump, ain't mad about it. And then for June, I read the big book pick was A City of Heavenly Fire, but I just read the next in the Mortal Instruments, and I also read another big book as well, being 50 Shades. So check that off. In saying that, I have read 8 big books this year, and that is it. Out of the 106 things that I've read, 8 of them were over 500 pages. So I'm definitely going towards shorter things. Being slumpy, I like picking up short things, having read 30 of that Animorphs. Also contributing factor to that. Whilst I'm less afraid to pick up big books, I'm still not going to them naturally because I just enjoy reading shorter things more. So learning curve or need to challenge myself more, not sure. Next up we have my Advent Challenge, and whilst I don't have a bingo yet, I am not reading this strategically. I'm reading what fits in my fucking TBRs each month with Cluedo. I've done 12 out of the 24, so exactly halfway through the year. My Rainbow Shelf, I wanted to read 7 things, 1 for each color, or 7. I have finished 1 blue and 1 pink in quarter 2, so bringing my total to 6. So I'm gonna up this to 9 and see how we go. I feel like 9 is definitely achievable. I keep reaching towards it for particular reasons, and there seems to be a lot of overlap with some of my other goals, so if I was to actually prioritize that, I'd be able to, you know, complete more things. So I definitely am not stressed about hitting an extra 3 books in the next 6 months. Again, I would really like to work towards finishing off 1 from every color, or actually finishing colors in its whole. So if I was to read the Spinster Sisters. I have 2 more books, a pink and a red. That would finish off the red and get me very close to finishing off the pinks, and then I could read Sister Song, and that would be my orange, and that would be all of that covered. So there would be 3 colors completely checked off, which is pretty cool to think of. Or I could prioritize my greens or my yellows, which are ones that still have quite a few. Next up is my hauls. Shit. So I wanted to read 12 books from my 2020 haul and my 2021 haul. My anxiety is running high with this because I've read 4 from 2020. That's it. Then I've read 8 from 2021. So I'm going there okay. But fuck. I suppose looking at it this way, if I then flip and focus my priority on my 20 and read the same amount of 2020, it balances itself out. Like I'm halfway through the goal, but oh dear. So I've recently imported my entire TBR onto an app called Bookshelf. So that was the icon, and I've gone through and added my 2020 book haul. I know that I have the physical copy here, but I think visually this, with the covers laid out like this, helps me a lot. So I now can see what I have. I know that I will be getting to 1 more because it's on my advent challenge. So I just need to start prioritizing these, and a lot of these I think I'm really going to enjoy, so I don't know why I'm sitting on them because I've unhauled so many. I have 43 left from my 2020 haul because I've just unhauled anything that I accrued that I didn't need it anymore, and I probably shouldn't have accepted it in the first place. But we live and we learn. In terms of my 2021 unread, I'm sitting at 85, so nearly double. Oh, and then for my 2022, I'm sitting at 62 books. I mean, statistically, that will mean even if I buy more, my unreads will still potentially be less than what they were for every year prior. But oh my god, concern. So this is the only goal that I'm genuinely worried that I won't hit. And mostly that's because of Cluedo just not making it feasible. Then I had my book buying challenge that Ash and I set up. So each month the books that I read, whether they're physical, digital, or through my library or e-arcs and things like that, dependent, I earn a particular amount of money, and then I can spend that money on books throughout the month. If I have accrued more money than I've actually spent, then I put it into my house fund, which is great, and I've been doing that every month. That is a success. For Buzzwordathon, that is also a success. I've read 1 book every month to fit those prompts. Then I have the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. So I needed to have read 26 prompts to have hit off 1 a week. I'm at 22. So I'm also scared about this because the ones that are left, I really need to be strategic with, but then I'm trying to reach all my other goals. So fuck. Really, Pop Sugar and my hauls are the 2 that I'm most stressful about because whilst some of them fit together, there's not a lot of overlap. My next goal was TBR Knockout, created by Completely Melanie, and so for this there has only been 1 month within April, May and June that I technically used a library book for, but I will be owning a physical copy, and I've wanted to own a physical copy. I just read it from the library first. So it's knocked off my TBR that way, but not, you're meant to read it off your shelves. But that's okay, because I will add that book to my shelves because it was A Psalm for the Wild built by Becky Chambers. Chef's kiss. But aside from that, I've hit all of them with physical books off my shelves. And the last goal for books was my scratch map, and yeah, May was going to be the month that I was going to knock off 2 of those, and the slump hit and I didn't read any of them. Are we surprised? No, not at all. So I hope that this will be it by the end of the year. I'm starting to have doubts about it because I'm just not leaning towards these books at all. One of them will actually help towards one of my other goals, actually to 2 of my goals, so it would be smart to read that book. It's a secret history, but don't tell it. I just don't want to. So we'll see. if anyone wants to buddy read it in the later half of the year, please let me know, because my soul. And then onto my channel goals. So the first thing I wanted to focus on was a subscriber involvement. I am working towards this more and very happy with how I think it's going to come out. And obviously I do want to do more, so if anyone has any ideas of how they would like to be involved in my videos, feel free to let me know. I just have a lot of fun chilling with a lot of different people, so feel free to contribute any ideas that you've got for involvement within my videos more. Next up is collaborations, and I definitely have been working on this, reaching out to different content creators and discussing a variety of different things. Readathons, doing my readathon video I think is really promoting a lot of different readathons, and I'm finding out a lot of people that way as well, which is great. A readathon that is running now is the BookTube Blitz, and that's all about finding other creators. I am not talking in the Discord, but I have found a lot of different channels and have been subscribing to them, and so I'm doing it in the background, but I just can't keep up with a lot of different things, but I'm making an active effort to seek out more channels. Then next was Not Safe for Workathon, and the pregnancy round was in June, and I think we gave it a red hot go. I managed to complete all the pregnancy kind of things and had a lot of fun with it. There will be one more round, which the announcement video will be coming next month, and that will be the last round for Not Safe for Workathon, and I am so excited to go out with a bang. And yeah, I'm keen. If I can pull off what I'm imagining, this is going to be fun. And yeah, so I hope that you can get excited for that and then move on to bigger and better things. I definitely want to be more of a co-host and prompt creator person rather than an actual like, this is my readathon, because that's a lot of stress. So yeah, I'll help people if they want me, but I'm just over here. If you need any creative prompts that are probably highly inappropriate, hit me up though. Then my next goal was my Library of the Unread Facebook page, and I have let this fall by the wayside. Slumps happened in May. We did Delilah Green Doesn't Care for June, July, and I'm really struggling to find the momentum for many different things. I would like to focus my energies on other things, so I haven't disbanded the group, but I haven't even put the poll up for August, September pick, and I'm really struggling to get the motivation with it, so I'm not really worried about it as a goal, but it's still there. Next was editing and thumbnail skills. Nope, that's okay though. I don't care. I know that my videos are not fancy fuckers. I know that the quality of them is great because my boyfriend bought me a fancy fucking camera, but aside from that, I don't really mind how it looks. My thumbnails are going to be my thumbnails, and I think I've got a pretty good routine going with it at the moment. I'm really happy with the color scheme that I've chosen for this year, rainbow, so that looks cool, and I'm really happy looking back on that, but also allowing myself the grace of not putting out as many videos was meant to motivate me to do editing, but life has happened, and so I haven't been able to prioritize it, and I would rather prioritize other things, so not too worried. Might turn around in quarter 3 and quarter 4. And then my last was fortnightly lives, which I had done pretty consistently until May and June. So I will get back on the swing of things. Ash and I are in a bit of a life change stage. Ash's rust is changing constantly. I'm looking at a big life change for both of us, but predominantly I'm the one that's focusing on it, so that's taking up a lot of my time and energies and thought processes, so dealing with that more than being able to go live. But when I did lose my voice, I also couldn't go live, and with Crystal having her baby, we're a little bit out of sync on the fortnights, but I reckon once she's settled with Adeline, she'll be back today, fortnightly sprints, and I'll be on the evening on the alternate fortnight. And so we will get back to it soon, and hopefully quarter 3 and quarter 4 we'll keep that running, but if not, know that I'm still around, and there are amazing, wonderful people that are hosting sprints all the time, so not too stressed on that front. So that's my goals. 2 I have practically abandoned, and they're actually like channel improvement goals, so like I don't really give a fuck. But in terms of my reading goals, I'm only falling behind on 2 out of 12. 3 if you count the scratch map, but I don't really count that. So, you know, I've got some work to do. I'm not as gung-ho as I was in quarter 1, and that's okay. Life happened. And I'm just excited to get back on the horse and see if I can adjust my reading to sort of cater to more of these, but who knows where that will go. Let me know in the comments, did you have any goals for this year, and or have you thrown them out the window? I still have fun. I love trying to fit all these different things into my TBRs every month, so I'm not stressed about the plethora of different goals that don't work synonymously, but it's just funny to reflect on it and see where I'm going, and if I do want to put my focus onto some other things. But let me know, have you abandoned yours or are you going strong? And if you have, what is your favorite goal that you've created this year? Mine's probably my rainbow shelf. I'm really happy with the amount of books that I had read and unread at the beginning of the year, so it's actually keeping me motivated to do it. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Hopefully without as much of a croaky voice. Bye!